What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're taking a look at the all-new Ford Bronco. Obviously this is the four-door model. Huge shout out and thank you to Mooresville Ford for providing this new Bronco for today's video. Check out the link to their website down in the description below, and we're also going to have a few other videos on this new Bronco down below. So this vehicle is finished off in cyber orange and has an MSRP at $57,000. So we're going to take a full look inside and out, and then of course take it on a test drive. So we're gonna go ahead and pop the hood, take a look at some of the performance specifications. There's the hood latch down below. And then just right in the center, we're gonna push that. We do have a prop rod as well. So underneath the hood, this particular vehicle has the 2.3 liter inline EcoBoost engine. It is a 4-cylinder engine and it cranks out 270 horsepower with 310 pound-feet of torque. The weight is around 5,000 pounds for the Bronco. Of course, it will range depending on if you get the 6-cylinder or the manual transmission. 0 to 60 is going to be around 5.9 seconds with a top speed at 130 miles per hour. This particular spec does have the 10-speed automatic transmission. We get a 20.8 gallon fuel tank, and MPG is around 20 miles per gallon in the city with 22 out on the highway. The overall wheelbase is 116.1 inches with length at 189.4. The width is 86.2 with height at 73 inches. Ground clearance is around 8.3 inches, and then being an off-road oriented SUV, the approach angle is 35.5 degrees with breakover at 20 degrees, and then departure is 29.7. And then we also get a set of these 33-inch tires. They have a nice off-road design. And then these are the beadlock capable wheels. Really nice gloss black. You can see the Bronco logo in them. Taking a look at more of the specifications now, this does have the LED headlights. They have a really sweet look up front. If I go ahead and hit the lock button, you can see the LED turn signal, and then there's the LED coming to life. Looks really cool, especially with this new front grille. We have Bronco written in white and a forward-facing camera. Really cool looking gray metallic color for this grille, and it even also comes its way up to these cool trim pieces up front on the hood. It says max load is 150 pounds. You can actually connect a cable tie from here to the roof. This is accessory ready right here. So you can have a cable running from the roof down to here to help branches stay off the truck. And of course they look pretty sweet as well. You can also get a really good look at the new front end design. We do have the steel bumper, and all these bolts means you can actually add accessories all around this. Super cool and modular. You can take this corner piece off if you'd like. We have parking sensors up front as well as metal tow hooks, and then even active grille shutters down below for the radiators. Taking a look at the side profile now, this is the Badlands version. You can see the logo over on the side, and this color looks fantastic in the sun. I really love all of the cool smooth curves. It looks much different than I was expecting. You have a prominent body line right around here, and then everything is super smooth. I really love the way the front end has come together. We have a set of fender flares on the front and on the back. They definitely add a nice off-road touch to it. They're gonna do a great job with these larger tires. There's a set of rock rails down below. Very clean looking side profile. We have that squared off design, of course, to look like the traditional Bronco shape, and a prominent line going all the way through above these door handles. We have black door handles as well as black mirror caps, and they do have white LED lights on the side. These are fixed to the actual vehicle, so they do not open when you open up these doors. Really cool to see. And then this truck does have the soft top roof. Hard tops are available shortly. Moving our way to the back now, we have the LED taillights. I really love the overall look of them as well. And of course we get the Bronco logo back here. We have a full-size spare with the camera right in the center. And then a black plastic rear bumper. You got your tow hooks on each side, as well as 4 more parking sensors. The only Ford logo I've seen is right there. And we have a grab handle over on this left side. And then if we make our way to the interior now, we can go ahead and open up the door. We're gonna go ahead and show you the roof real quick. So up top, we have these latches right here, one on each side. You're just gonna pull that off, give it a firm pull, and then with one person, you can easily lift it completely up and fold it back into place. One thing I really love, you'll notice there's no cross beam right here above the front seats. So you have a really cool, endless amount of headroom. It looks super nice. We'll go ahead and take a look from the rear here. So you have a huge opening, unlike the Jeep Wrangler, which has a beam there. So if we take a look at the interior now, we have some really cool durable material. It's like a rubbery material. We have your aluminum release handle, lock and unlock, a grab handle with a nice texture, and then even a storage net. And I like how you'll see a lot of this yellow making its way to the interior. We have full leather interior with all the power controls on this left side, yellow stitching as well. Really good looking seats with the Bronco logo up top. They did a killer job with this interior. We go ahead and hop inside. We have a grab handle right here. Even says Bronco on it, has a nice durable material. So now taking a look now, we have huge sun visors as well. And the engine start button looks just like the headlight, foot on the brake. And go ahead and fire it up. And then to go ahead and close the roof, you can easily lift it and go all the way forward. And then these connections, you just push it forwards and up. And that is nice and secure. You have a ton of headroom in here. And then if we go ahead and take a look at the interior now, we have the LCD display for the gauges. You have your speedometer over on the left, and then a really cool tack right in the center. We have buttons over on the right and on the left of the steering wheel, and they're all finished off in a rubber design, so they feel really cool and very durable. And then over on this right side, you can control the center screen with these icons. If I go through all the gauges, we can see some of the vitals. Continuing up, you can see tire pressure. A lot of the different off-road settings in here. I have a back button as well. You can go into all of these settings. So definitely nice to see everything you get in the main screen here. Steering wheel itself, of course, has a Bronco logo and some black leather. Headlight controls are on the left. The air vent is right there. We get some plastic along the dash, an accessory area right here that you can fit a metal beam and have like GoPros and phone mounts. We even have charging ports up top. And then right in the center, we have really cool texturized rubber buttons. We have sway bar disconnect, your locking differentials, and then this icon right here, you can see it with the sun, will actually control a pivot mode to where it'll lock the inside wheels so you can pivot off-road. You have your hazard button as well. And then over here, we can see Bronco is along the dash, and then we get this massive touchscreen, the all-new Sync 4. You have all the different icons coming up, just like you would see in all the new Fords. You have your phone. Navigation will come up with all the different apps. We have more settings that will come up, some features, and then you can scroll through this icon. It's kind of like a phone over on this side with all these different menus. So definitely pretty sweet to see. And then down below we have a lot of the physical climate control settings that will come up. You can just toggle these and it even comes up on the screen, which is really nice to see. We have dual zone climate control as well, a few other radio icons. We tap the camera icon. This is super cool. We have a full 360 view, top down on the right, with the forward camera right there. If I go ahead and put this into reverse now, the rear view backup camera will come up. So definitely nice, super HD. We have wireless charging and some storage, and another grab handle right over here, 2 cup holders, a plaque that says Ford, and it says that it's all designed in Michigan. Very cool to see. We have your GOAT modes right here. You just twist this dial, as you can see, and it comes up on the screen here with a really nice little display. You can see all the different modes. I like the animation, it's pretty sweet. Ton of different modes for this vehicle. We also have all the 4-wheel drive selections right here, window switches, as well as the mirror controls, a lockable center armrest as well with a good amount of space, and then your glove box over here with a lot of space as well. Definitely a fantastic looking interior. Let's go ahead and take a look at the rear. We just open up the door. Since I have the key in my pocket, that's why I did it while running. Very similar door panel as well. Back seats, we have some storage nets, and then right here, this is good to attach molly clamps or molly straps. So very cool to see. Same type of interior. Got another grab handle. And then like we saw with the roof up or down, it's really nice how much headroom you have and how there's no center beam. The only beam is back here. Headrest fold down, and this is the recline. You have about an inch or so of recline between these seats, but you still get a pretty good amount of legroom. I'm 5'11". I have the driver's seat set at my height, and you have a ton of headroom as well. Super nice. And then to finish it up, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the back now. We have a gas strut to help assist this opening. Very nice to see. Huge swing gate. We have a lot of space in here, and then there are handles on each side that you can unlatch and actually lift this up with another prop rod and lift this entire rear end up to give you better access to get into the back. I've never seen a vehicle like that. A closer look at these actual handles, you can see just a plastic handle with a prop rod, and then very easily you can click that, slam it to closed, and then just push the gate back to closed. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and drive the new Bronco now. Go ahead and putting it into drive. So like I said, we have the smaller engine, the 4-cylinder. A 6-cylinder is also available. And then the 10-speed will be nice to see how everything is put together. Getting comfortable already. This is a really cool view out. I'm liking the new Bronco. You have huge windows already, just leaving the parking lot. Hitting some bumps with the suspension. Definitely like the view out already. As I hit a pothole, suspension does a great job. And you got a really cool view with all of your gauges and everything. So let's get up to some speed. All right, so that's 50 miles an hour without really stressing at all. And we have the lane keeping assist. I like the diagram you see there. It kind of shows you how centered your vehicle is. But getting comfortable now, these seats are really nice to be in. I like all the controls as well. Really easy to get this in a perfect position. Steering wheel is in a great place as well. We have manual controls over on this left side. Pretty cool view out. I like how far away this bulkhead of the top of the windshield is. It gives it a really neat look. So the windshield is far away and very straight up and down. I will say these are pretty large. They take up your whole view, but if you put them where they would of course normally go, that's gonna do a really good job. You do have to reach a little bit to close these. As far as noise, you do hear some wind noise with the soft top. So obviously you can hear that. The front mirrors are actually farther forward than I was expecting, but they do a good job letting me see what's behind me. Same with the rear view. Looking over my left and right shoulder, you have a pretty good view out. The C-pillar, that third window, there's a lot going on, but I can of course fold down that headrest. The interior looks so cool. Like, I love the contours in it. I love all the yellow accents. This is really neat looking, especially this ginormous screen. They did a great job having this all set up in this new vehicle. Definitely liking the screen, and this is really simple to read as well. Armrests are a little small on the door, but honestly a great spot to where I'm nice and comfortable in this. Really good view out. I love how you can see the hood, so if you're off-roading, you know exactly where your far corners are. That is super sweet to see. Definitely like that. And you can see the rear fender in the mirror. We have Bang & Olufsen audio in this as well. The 10-speed is doing a really good job delivering power. I'm surprised, honestly. This is a 4-cylinder, and it's nice and peppy. I can't imagine the V6. That thing will really pack a punch. But this is really nice. I like all the rubberized material and how durable everything feels. This feels like something that you can hit the mud with and get dirty. You know, this feels like a rugged truck. It doesn't feel just like a glorified SUV. As we come to a stop now, this is super cool. I'm probably, actually, let's go ahead and take the roof down and see what that is like. So we're just gonna see how well I can do this, putting it in park. So we just pull that all the way. Same with this. And I barely have to get out of the vehicle. There we go. So I can do all of that while sitting in here. So that is awesome. I like how easy that is, honestly. You can, of course, get the hardtop like I mentioned, but now look at all this headroom. That is just awesome to see. And it really feels like a Baja truck, and you can take the doors off as well, and they fit in the back with their own custom covers. All right, so let's get back up to some speed now. Take a sharp turn. Test out this EcoBoost. It sounds pretty good, actually. So 50 miles an hour now, it's really not an intrusive amount of wind. This is super comfortable. You feel it around your body, of course. This is really pleasant, and even with the air conditioning on, I'm getting a nice cold breeze, but still getting the top-down experience. You can hear the wind, of course, but you have half your roof off. But that is just super cool. I am smiling, you can't tell, but I am smiling driving this. I can't imagine with the doors off. This is a sweet truck. Now we'll just enjoy some curvy roads with this. And then coming to a stop, we have disc brakes. They do a really good job bringing this to a standstill. In order to close the roof, I probably have to stand up a little bit more. than just reaching over myself. But nonetheless, this is sweet. This is very comfortable to drive as well. The suspension does a good job. There is some body roll going left to right, as you would expect. Being a softer suspension, this is designed for off-roading, but it seems to handle much better than a Jeep Wrangler. It doesn't feel all over the place. The independent front suspension, I think, really helps out with that as well. So I like the overall driving dynamics. Turning radius and turning circle seems really nice and tight. Man, this is a sweet SUV. I am loving how Ford put this all together. This is super fun to cruise in and just really a nice SUV. I'll go ahead and pull over and we'll put the roof back up, see how easy that is to do while on the fly. Ergonomics are also pretty good. I like how easy everything is to touch, and everything you feel feels pretty nice. Nothing crazy luxurious, of course, but it's a pretty cool view. So I'll probably have to get out a little bit, and then we'll just climb up here. Nothing weighs too much, so that's pretty easy just to grab it, and we can close it. And then from the inside, you just line everything up. Handles are a little stiff, but of course it's nice and doable. Comment below, what do you guys think of the new Bronco? The Bronco Sport has already been out for a little while, and a lot of people think that was the real Bronco. This one is the real one, and I love that camera. And this is Mooresville Ford's demo vehicle, so they're gonna have this for a few months actually to really show customers what the new Bronco is gonna have to offer. But yeah, like I said, the driving dynamics, it feels like a normal SUV to drive, and that's one thing you don't really get with the Wrangler. Not to compare this too much with that, but the Wrangler doesn't feel as normal as this one does, so I like that aspect. It has a lot of the traditional SUV, maybe like a Grand Cherokee or a 4Runner, kind of that style of feeling, but the fact that you can take the doors and the roof off and you get that off-road characteristic where this is legit designed to be hitting the trails and things like that. I think it gives you a great blend of a daily drivable SUV. You can put the kids in the back, you have plenty of space, you have a ton of storage in the back, and then of course you can fold the seats down, and then you can still then strip the car apart like a Lego and take this out on the trails and have a blast. Towing is around 3,500 pounds, even with the bigger engine, so it's not necessarily going to be the best towing vehicle. Neither is a Wrangler, so I can kind of see that, I guess, just with the configuration, the way these trucks are designed. You know, it's not exactly a towing vehicle. This is based off of the Ford Ranger having the same engine and drivetrain as that, and the Ranger can tow a lot more. So the Bronco is not going to be the one you're going to be doing a lot of towing with, but you know, utility trailer, little things like that, you shouldn't be too bad with. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Check out Mooresville Ford. Huge shout out and thank you to them for providing this new Bronco for today's video. I'll have them linked down below. So anyways, I will see you all in the next video.